Hi guys, welcome back to Solstice Day 28. Let's have a seat. We're almost done with this practice, or this series I should say. We're gonna start in full pigeon today, so we're gonna rest the right shin right on top of the left shin. You might have a little space there. If you do, you can use a pillow or a block, just so that knee is not hanging out in midair. Sitting up nice and tall, nice straight spine, shoulders down. Hands can be on your knees or in your lap. We're gonna close our eyes for a moment. We're gonna take a few breaths just to become present on the mat, doing our best to leave all of our stresses off of the mat during our practice. As we inhale through the nose, we count to 4. As we exhale through the mouth, we count to 8. Feel free to set an intention for your practice or your day. And let's begin. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more time. And gently open up through the eyes. We're going to slowly twist over to the right, bringing the left hand to the right knee, looking over that shoulder. From here, we're going to reach that right arm over the right ear and stretch it over that left knee, diagonally stretching through the side body. And come on up. Let's take it over to the left. This time, right hand comes to the left knee, look over that shoulder, nice long spine. And this time, the left arm comes over left ear, stretching that side body diagonally over that right knee. Come on up. We're gonna bring our right ear towards our right shoulder, keeping the shoulder relaxed. Right hand resting on top of the head. We walk the left fingertips out to the side, feeling a nice side stretch in that neck. And take it to the other side. Left ear towards the left shoulder. Left hand gently rests on that head. Walk the right fingertips out to the right, feeling a nice side stretch in the neck. And release. Bring chin to chest. Turn, looking over the right shoulder. Bringing the chin back to the chest. Turn and look over the left shoulder. One more time. On each side. And bring the right arm out. Slide that left hand down to the wrist. Pull it in towards your chest and look over that shoulder. And left arm comes out. Slide that right hand down to the wrist. Pull it in towards your chest. Look over that shoulder. And release. We're going to walk the fingertips out in front, coming down to the forearms, keeping both sits bones on the mat. If you feel comfortable and your sits bones are still on the mat, you can walk the fingertips out a little bit more and maybe rest the forehead on the mat. Take a deep breath here. And let's walk it back up. We're going to switch legs now, so put the right leg on the bottom, right shin, and just lay the left shin right on top. Sitting up nice and tall, walk those fingertips out in front. Maybe you stop here at the forearms. Maybe you can continue out, resting the forehead on the mat. Keeping both sits bones on the mat. Take a deep breath here. And let's walk it up. We're going to unravel the legs. We're going to bring the legs out in front. We're going to cross that the left foot over the right leg so it's flat on the mat. We're going to hug the right arm around the bent leg, keeping the spine nice and straight. Look over that shoulder. We're going to come back through center. Bring both hands over to the right side. The right hand can come behind you as we begin to lift. Bringing the left arm over the left ear. Take a deep breath here. And slowly begin to sit down. Unravel both legs. This time, right foot comes over the left leg. We're going to hug the left arm around that bent leg. Right arm comes behind, straight spine. Take a breath here. Coming back through center, we're going to bring both hands over to the left. The left hand's behind me just a bit so that when I lift off, I can reach that right arm over right ear and hold. And gently sit down. Unravel the legs. Bring that right foot on the inside of that left thigh. Sitting up nice and tall, arms overhead, we take a deep breath in. And exhale, melt the chest forward. You can grab a hold of the foot or the ankle or keep fingertips on the mat. Take a deep breath here. Did you know this pose is good for getting rid of belly fat? I just recently learned this, so nice little tidbit. And let's roll it up and switch sides. Right leg comes out long, left foot comes on the inside of that thigh. Nice long spine, arms overhead, deep breath in. Exhale, melt the chest forward. And take a few breaths here. And let's roll it up. Let's come into our tabletop. Let's do a couple cat-cows. We're going to open up, lift the chin as you inhale. Feel a nice stretch through the core. Exhale, round through the back, chin to chest. Inhale to arch. Exhale, round. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. We're going to come into puppy pose. So let's walk the hands out to the top of the mat. Begin melting the chest and the forehead to the mat. If you feel like you're having pain in your shoulders or upper back, widen the arms. Take a deep breath here. One more deep breath. And let's walk the hands in just a bit. Drop the elbows down, forearms down. So the elbows are right under the shoulders. We're going to interlace the fingers and curl the toes under as we lift the hips towards the sky and melt the chest towards the thighs. Coming into dolphin pose. Don't worry about the heels reaching the mat. Take a deep breath here. And gently begin to lower the knees to the mat. We're going to come into our first down dog. Lift the hips to the sky. Take a moment to bend one knee and then the other, taking deep breaths. Lift the tailbone towards the sky, melt the chest towards the thighs. On your next breath in, we're going to lift the right leg to three-legged dog. We're going to exhale, knee to chest. Turn and flatten on the back foot. Right leg comes out to the side. Lift the left arm to the sky. Turn both hands back to the mat. Knee into chest. Coming onto the ball of the back foot as we lift up back to three-legged dog. Big inhale. We're going to exhale. Step it up. Give yourself some height. And drop down on that back knee. From here, I'm going to walk around to the side. And as I do, I'm going to come onto the heel of that back foot. I'm going to keep the front foot facing the front of the mat. And I'm going to bring both of my hands together, fingers coming out to the side. And then I'm going to slowly bend the elbows, bringing the crown of the head to the mat. And then I lift back up to a flat back. And one more time. Lift back up. And let's walk it around back to our low lunge. Drop down on that back leg. Straighten on that front leg. Flex that foot coming into your runner's lunge. Keep a nice height here. Don't sit back. And let's roll forward. Frame that front foot. Pop up on the back foot. Come on back to your high plank. And let's come right into down dog. Bend one knee, then the other. Take a deep breath. One more deep breath. Lift the tailbone towards the sky. On your next breath in, left leg comes high, three-legged dog. We exhale, bring that knee in through the center, turn and flatten on the back foot. Kick that left leg out, right arm to the sky. Torso turns, both hands back to the mat, knee to chest. Come onto the ball of the back foot. Come back to your three-legged dog, big inhale. Exhale, we're gonna step it up between those hands, drop down on that back foot. I'm going to walk the hands around to the inside of that foot. And as I do that, lift up and come onto the heel of that back foot. Hands come together, fingertips face out to the side. From here, I'm going to bend the elbows and bring the crown of the head towards the mat. Come back up to your flat back. Deep breath in. And exhale. Bend. Crown of the head to the mat. Come on back up. And foot flattens back to the mat. We walk those hands around. Come back to your low lunge. Drop down on that back leg. Come into your runner's lunge. Keep height here. Take a deep breath. One more deep breath. And roll through that foot, coming back to your low lunge. Hands frame that foot. Pop up on the back leg. Slide it back to your high plank. Take a vinyasa. Either drop your knees down, lower to your belly, come into a upward facing dog. Or take a chaturanga. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower. Open up into your upward facing dog. Everyone bend the knees, Curl the toes, lift the hips. And bend one knee and the other as you breathe. Lifting the hips towards the sky, relaxing through the shoulders. On your next breath in, right leg comes high to three-legged dog. We exhale, bring knee to chest, coming into your plank. Turn and flatten on the back foot. Lift the left arm. Kick the right leg out, but don't let it touch the ground. Bring it in. Hand back to the mat. Knee into your chest. Back to three-legged dog. Deep breath in. We exhale, give yourself some height and step it up. We're going to stay lifted on that back leg. I'm going to walk the hands around to the side as I begin to turn and come onto the heel of that back foot. Walk the fingertips out in front. Take a deep breath here. And slowly begin to walk it back to your high lunge. From here, make sure all four corners of that front foot are pressing into the mat. Pushing back with the back heel, we squeeze the inner thighs to lift. Interlace the hands behind your back. Open up the chest, shoulder blades together. Melt the belly to the thigh, looking down. Lift the hands to the sky. Take a deep breath. Release the hands, frame the foot. Come back to your high plank. Drop the knees. Widen the knees. Big toes touch. Sit back. Extended child's pose. Maybe you need a block to rest your forehead on to ensure the glutes are on the heels. Maybe you're working on opening up your hips. Take a deep breath here. Relax through the shoulders and arms. Take a deep breath. One more deep breath. I'm really throwing some more difficult postures at you guys today, so just do the best you can, hang in there, and don't beat yourself up. If it's something that you feel you can't do, please listen to your body. Let's come on back up, tabletop, curl the toes under, come back to your down dog. Take a moment to pedal through the feet and take some deep breaths. Tailbone reaches for the sky. On your next breath in, left leg comes high. We exhale, knee to chest. Turn and flatten on that back foot. Right arm to the sky, left leg kicks out. Bring it in, hands to the mat, keep that knee into the chest. Back to three-legged, big breath in. We exhale, give yourself some height. Step that foot up. We're going to slowly walk those hands around to the side, and as I do that, I'm going to come onto the heel of the back foot. Sinking into that front hip, I'm going to walk those hands out in front on the fingertips. Take a deep breath. Walk it in. Coming back to the high lunge this time. Make sure all four corners of that foot are pressed into the mat. The ball of the back foot is into the mat. Pushing back with that heel. Squeezing the inner thighs to lift. Interlace those hands, open the chest. Melt the belly onto the thigh. Lift those hands to the sky as you look down. Take a deep breath. Gently release the hands, frame that foot. Slide it back. Drop the knees down. Take a moment to catch your breath in regular child's pose. Fill the lungs. Big breaths here. And let's round forward. Again, coming onto our forearms. Elbows directly under the shoulders. We interlace those hands. We curl the toes. We're going to lift the hips up. As we do, we melt the chest towards the thighs. Take a deep breath in dolphin pose. One more deep breath. We're going to drop the knees. Come into a forearm plank. We're going to hold this for 3 breaths. If it's too much, drop one knee down as a modification. You want to tuck the pelvis under slightly and make sure you're not sinking through the shoulders. Drop the knees down. Come on up into your tabletop. Curl the toes, lift the hips. And we're going to step one foot up behind the right hand, the other foot up behind the left. Coming into your forward fold. Grab opposite elbows and ragdoll. Sway from side to side. Taking deep breaths. And let's slowly roll it up. Reach the arms overhead, deep breath in. And exhale. Hands to heart. Coming into your Tadasana or mountain pose. Fix your pants. Tuck your shirt if you need to. All 4 corners of both feet evenly in the mat, standing up nice and tall. Ribs open up, cores engaged, shoulders down, nice long neck. Hands to heart. We're going to slowly begin to bend the right knee. As we come into our warrior 3, keep that foot flexed. See if you can bring the arms in front and bring everything in. Deep breath in, exhale. Push through that back foot like you're pushing against a wall. Bring it in. Can you do it one more time? Deep breath in. We exhale, push it out. And we're going to slowly begin to lower onto the ball of that back foot, hands to center. Take a deep breath. Interlace those hands behind your back. Push back with the back heel. See if you can melt the belly. Lifting those arms to the sky, looking down. Release the hands, fingertips to the mat. We're going to bend on that back foot and step it up. Forward fold. Take a moment here. Take a deep breath. Slowly roll it up. Deep breath in, arms overhead. And exhale. Hands to heart. Coming into your mountain pose. Take some deep breaths here. One more deep breath. And let's take it to the other side. Make sure you're very rooted and grounded in your stance. Standing up nice and tall. Hands to heart. Bringing the weight into the right foot now. Bending through the left knee. We're going to come into warrior three. Flex the back foot like you're pushing against a wall. Reach the arms in front. Bring everything in. Deep breath in. We exhale, push it out. You got one more in you. Take a deep breath in. We exhale, push it out. This time, we come onto the ball of the back foot. Find your balance, find your focus. Interlace those hands behind your back. Begin to melt the chest towards the thigh. Lifting hands to the sky, looking down. Take a deep breath. Gently release those fingertips to the mat. Step it up, forward fold. Take a deep breath here. Slowly roll it up. Deep breath in and exhale. Hands to heart. Deep breath in, arms overhead. We exhale, swan dive it down, lead with the chest. Coming into your forward fold. Halfway lift, nice flat back. Deep breath in and exhale, forward fold. Hands to the mat, step it back. High plank, drop the knees, swing the legs around. We're going to slowly lay back, one vertebrae at a time. And from here, we're going to lift the knees and lift the elbows. Bring the knees together, point the toes. We're going to take an inhale and exhale, bring knees to elbows, straighten them out. Knees to elbows, straighten them out. As you breathe. From here, we're going to stretch out the right leg and the left arm. Let them hover and bring everything in. Take it to the opposite side. Left leg and right leg, let them hover. Bring everything in. Alternating sides. As we breathe. And this time, we stretch out the same right arm and right leg. Let them hover and bring them in. Take it to the other side. We're almost done. Just make sure you're breathing. We're going to bring out the arms and legs, let them hover. Bring it in. 2 more times. Last one, deep breath in. And exhale, let it hover. Drop everything down, good morning stretch. You should really feel your core on fire now. You probably didn't when you were doing them, but that's how you tell how good that ab workout is when you come into this position, because you really feel those muscles in there. Good morning stretch. Let's reach the right side a little bit longer. Right hand and right foot, and then the left. Let's bring the right leg into the chest. Keep the left leg on the mat. Keep it active by keeping that foot flexed. We're going to grab the big toe on that right foot by wrapping the pointer, middle, and thumb fingers around the toe and straighten through that leg. We're lifting it upwards, not over to the side, because I want you to keep your whole back on the mat. Take a deep breath. One more deep breath. And gently release. This time, left knee comes into the chest. Activate that right foot by flexing the foot. Wrap your fingers around that big toe. And again, straighten that leg. Not bringing it out to the side, just straight up in the air. Take a deep breath. And if you need a bend in that knee, go for it. Take a deep breath. And gently release. This time both legs come up. Grab the outsides of both feet, keeping the tailbone on the mat. Feet face the sky, pushing down through the knees, but not lifting up the tailbone. Keep that tailbone flat on the mat, and then push down through the knees. Through the feet. Take a deep breath. This is a great hip opener, a great hip flexor stretch. If you want, you can even rock side to side. Just again, make sure the tailbone is all on the mat. And come on down with the feet. We're gonna turn to the side to come up gently and kindly. We're gonna come into an opposite or upside down or reverse plank. So legs come out in front, hands come behind slightly, fingertips facing towards the body. We're going to open up through the chest by slightly bringing the shoulder blades together, pushing through all 4 corners of both hands. As we lift the hips towards the sky, looking up towards the sky, eventually feet will be flat on the mat. Take a deep breath and gently sit down. Let's do it one more time. Again, opening up through the chest, deep breath in, lift, and exhale. And gently release. So we're going to come into a extended child's pose for our corpse pose today, or for our Shavasana. So knees are going to come as wide as the mat, big toes to touch. I want you to place a blanket or a pillow over the thighs, or both. The higher up you are, the more you'll be lifted and more comfortable. And then you can place your head on a block, your forehead. This will keep your neck in line with the spine. It will take pressure off of your heels and ankles and knees. But you're also opening up through the hips, and it's quite comfortable even with the modifications and props. So begin to relax through your body, letting go, starting to close off your thoughts, clear your mind. We're going to breathe the same way we did at the beginning of practice. 4 count in for the inhale, 8 count out for the exhale. You can either breathe through your mouth or your nose or both. As you relax and meditate, I'm going to play my drum and I will join you at the end. Slowly begin waking up through the body, nice and gently and kindly, not coming out of it quickly. You can just sway from side to side, swaying through the spine and the shoulders. Maybe wiggle the fingers a bit. And just gently begin to walk yourself up. We're going to come into a nice comfortable seat. Feel free to use your props to sit up on. I'm going to use my block and my pillow. And once you're in a comfortable seat, you can sit crisscross applesauce or half lotus, sitting up nice and tall, shoulders relaxed. As we inhale, we're going to reach the arms overhead. I want you to picture yourself inhaling love and positivity and peacefulness and kindness. I want you to hold that breath at the top. And as you exhale, I want you to picture yourself letting go of anything that doesn't serve you. Let's start with a deep breath in, arms overhead. Hold the breath. And exhale, let it go. One more time, deep breath in. Hold the breath. And exhale, let it go. Hands to heart. Thank you guys so much for practicing with me for day 28 of Solstice. We have 2 more days, and then I will be posting the July series, which I'm calling Yogi's Choice. It's going to be all different variations of practices, short ones, long ones, stretchy ones, balanced ones, strengthening ones, intense ones, not intense ones. So all different types of practices to choose from depending on the mood that you're in that day. Some more meditative and slow. So just a little mixture, a little variety, if you will. So there's not going to be a particular order to this practice. It's just whatever you want to pick for that day. It's up to you. But I will only be posting 1 a day. So obviously over time there will be more to choose from. But again, I have 10, 11 series now to choose from. If there's something you're not seeing in July's that you're not into that day, I have 10 series to choose from. So feel free to go back to whichever one you want. All right, guys. I hope you join me for July. Either way, and I appreciate you practicing with me and sharing your practice with me as well. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you back tomorrow for day 29. Namaste. Such a chatterbox.